and Puerto Ricans that was GDs, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so growing up, you know, I always fucked with them. And I grew up around nothing but Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, so I always fucked with them. You know what I'm saying? And they always fucked with me. But I did see some racist ones, but the ones that was racist was always Mexicans. Like, and they wasn't like flat out. I come up in Chicago, so they wasn't like flat out like racist. It's like how they be down here in the South. But they was racist in the sense of like, you could tell they thought they was better. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but they did though. And I noticed even as a kid that like my Puerto Rican homies, they never acted like that. You know what I'm saying? And then I noticed something else, because I always pay attention. I noticed that Puerto Ricans and Mexicans didn't get along like that in Chicago. Like, they be beefing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Mexicans don't fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? They beef with us and the Puerto Ricans. And then the Puerto Ricans, they fuck with us. And then they be beefing with the Mexicans. Like, I was noticing that growing up. So I used to be like, damn, I wonder what that's all about. You know what I'm saying? I always kind of like, what's that all about? But then, you know, as you get deeper, you remember more. Because remember, everything that come across our desk, y'all, is we just being, our memories are being jogged. That's why when I sit here and lecture, like, I don't just jump straight to a point. People that come in here, they be like, jump to a point. I can't jump to a point because I love my people. So if you expect me to just jump to, that ain't a lecture, nigga. The lecture is the whole time I'm live. All of that is part of the lesson. Listen, just because you laughing, motherfucker, you better learn how to read between the lines. Ain't nothing. I might tell it in a way where we can laugh and joke, but I'm always still, it's all gems. So, you know, like, I teach that way simply because of me noticing certain things. Like, and I know how our minds work. Like how we take things in. Like, you just can't, especially when there's new information, right? And like, when we talking about this 8-8 portal, this is huge, right? So, I just can't, you know, get on here and just, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker like, huh? What happened? I'm serious? You know what I'm saying? No, like, I gotta connect it, you know what I'm saying, on the lower level, because as above, so below. So, you know, it's just my own little genius way of teaching, you feel me? Everybody got their own little thing they do, you know? I got mine, you feel me? But I'm gonna get the message across regardless. So, now, when I'm telling y'all to think about all these locations being us, okay? Because you cannot be in a war if you don't know who the enemy is. Period. Okay? You cannot be in a war and not know who the enemy is. And you cannot be in a war and not know who your family is, or who your family at least supposed to be. Okay? So, if you go to war without knowing who the enemy is, then you will only war with yourself and your people. And that's what we've been doing since they took over. We never stopped warring because our souls knew to war, because we felt that something wasn't right with the planet. So our souls knew that. But we didn't know where to direct that energy. So you have seen the gods and goddesses warring with ourselves. Physically, by killing each other and talking bad about each other. And then mentally, spiritually, you know, by fearing each other, by wishing the bad, by trying to compete with one another. See, we moving into divine healing energy, y'all. We don't come from pain. We come from true divine love. We don't come from duress and stress, agony. We don't come from that anciently. You don't come from that. You come from respect, morals, dignity. We honored ourselves. We loved our goddesses. We respected them. We put them on a pedestal. Our goddesses loved their gods. You all respected us. You put us on the pedestal. What we have today is a lack of respect from both parties, but it's all due to the fact of the energetic trap set up by the enemy. This is why we, since December 21st, 2020, we went into a whole new energy. We're going through a grand awakening right now. And starting August 8th, we're going through the Lionsgate portal. You know? In the energy cycle of Leo. But if you know anything about the sign of Leo, what you gotta know is this. Leo is a fire sign. Okay? Leo is a fire sign. Leo is a fire sign. And not only is it a fire sign, it's a fixed fire sign. So Leo is ruled. Every sign has a ruling planet. Leo is ruled by the sun. You don't hear me though. Not only is Leo a fire sign, and the Kundalini energy is what? The blue flame, the fire. And we're where the energy is rising, the planet is moving to a higher frequency. But it's a fixed sign, and it is ruled by the sun. You know, out of all the constellations, anciently, the constellation of Leo was the one that the Egyptians used to worship the most, if any. I wouldn't say worship, but they dealt with the energy a lot. They'll tell you that much on Google. You can Google those facts. They'll tell you that much on Google. They won't tell you why, but they will at least let you know that the Egyptians, out of all the constellations, it was the constellation of Leo that the Egyptians and the ancient people, the people in ancient Kemet, you know, they gave a lot of attention to with their energy. Okay? So, why is that important? Going through this Lion Gates portal, why is that important? Because the Kundalini energy is rising on the planet. Okay? So, the Kundalini energy is rising on the planet. You have portals already opening. And we are going through the Lionsgate portal of Leo. Alright? And this portal is a portal of scientific awakening. So what do I mean by scientific awakening? That means, because this portal is open, we're going to go through this portal for about between 9 and 19 days. And the length of us going through the portal depends on the way every soul and spirit on this planet reacts to us, reacts to the portal as we go through. If enough people tap into the right frequency, tap into themselves, go within their deepest selves, focus on the voices within that everybody knows is there, but nobody likes to listen to. I'll say that again. If everybody goes within and listens to the voices that we all know is there, but nobody likes to listen to, then we'll go through that portal, we'll stay in that portal a lot longer. But if not, we'll only be in there 9 days. But it's a grand shift because certain polar caps and what they call ice walls will completely disappear as we go through this portal. So that ice ring that's around this realm of these 7 to 8 to 9 continents, however many they want to tell you they is, because they're all lying anyway. But remember I told you in the map, we live inside the ice ring. Antarctica is the ice ring around. okay, these ice walls are breaking down. And you have us in the middle. There's an ice ring around us, which they tell us is Antarctica. All right, and then outside of that ring, you have more land and more of us. And then they have another ice ring around them. Okay, with more of us on that side, and they're locked in by ice ring. So we separate into three. Okay, but the gods and goddesses that are locked in the middle of the ice realm of the realm through ice walls, their ice wall, which separates us from them, is melting down, and it's going to melt down completely during the 8th, during this little 9-day portal as we go through. All right. On top of that, many of you will be sent telepathic messages from all type of light beings, elemental beings, gnomes, fairies, trolls, your ancestors, certain extraterrestrial races. A lot of you will be receiving telepathic messages. You know, you'll feel different energies trying to connect with you more as we go through this portal. These beings they've been here the whole time. But when you understand physics, the 4 basic solids, liquids, gas, plasma, energy. Remember that. Then you remember that solids vibrate the slowest. So they are, you can see them. But you only can see it because it's vibrating so slow. So the faster things vibrate, the higher they go up in frequency, the less you can see it with the pupils. It takes the spiritual eye to see. So many of these beings existed on higher levels of frequency. So you were never able to see them or communicate with them. But barriers are breaking down as we're going through this portal. Also, you have the walk-ins coming in as we go through this portal. What are walk-ins? Walk-ins are souls, some good, some bad, depending on them. But souls who come from different realities, alternate universes, and they come here to help fight in this war. But they need a body though. So, and then you have some walk-ins, they want to experience what it's like. Like, you know, they've been here since what you would call quote unquote birth. That quote unquote birth, they just a walk-in. And now that we're going through this portal, that soul is going to leave, and then the real soul that needs that body is going to walk into that body. All right, that's what walk-ins are. All right, walk-ins are and because remember, when you come here, you can come here a few different ways. You can come here through what they call the birth canal, which is where your soul and spirit selects a parent, a mom and a dad, and then you go down into that family when the body is ready, which is when the mother waters right before the mother water breaks. All right, that's one way. And another way is to completely transfer your conscience into somebody else's body while they're here. All right, so that you can so basically say it could be one soul in a body, and then a walk-in can come, which is a higher form of consciousness, and come inside that body and help that other soul lead the body to do what needs to be done. Okay, you got that going on. Okay, so you got different versions of the walk-in. You got 3. You got, like I said, you got the souls. I'm trying to break this down, and you know, because it's not words for everything that takes place on the astral planes. Okay, so a lot of the things that take place on the quantum level or the astral level, certain things don't have words for them. You can only experience them. So when I'm trying to put words on certain experiences, I'm trying to find these low vibrational ass words that came from the alpha beta system to apply to something that's so advanced. so that you all can understand what I'm saying. Okay? But it's all based around energy. Alright? It's all about understanding energy. It's all about understanding just the basic physics, like the basic physics, like just the basic four phases of matter, because then you can understand what's going on with the walk-ins. Alright? You can understand that you have certain entities and certain souls that just, these beings are beyond what you can, beyond what any words you have on this realm to describe their attributes, because they're just that powerful. Okay, they're just that powerful. Pretty much, that's the best way to word it. Okay, and these beings are lowering their vibration right now as we go through this portal, just to walk into certain bodies to fight in this war, because that's on the good side of the walk-ins. Like I said, you got some walk-ins coming here to help that other soul that's in the body. So it'll be two whole consciousness in that body. And then you got the walk-ins that's completely walking in. So you got certain souls walking out the body, others walking completely in. You got that one. And the third form is the what you will call demonic possession form. Okay? So I don't like to say demonic, because demons are what they call the titans that are locked within us. They call them demons, okay? And we have 72 of those within us. These are 72 feminine energies. Once again, you're talking about an energy stronger than plasma energy, so you're going above quantum physics now. And these 72 energies are locked deep within us. These are titans, but the elite call them demons, okay? And they trained us to call them demons, okay? So that we look at them.